Hey everybody, I'm Felix from Felix Ultimate. Welcome to part 4 of the Spectrum of Defense video. Parts 1 to 5 are available right now on Patreon for $1. This part is on sustained poaching. So without further ado, let's get straight into the video. Sustained poaching is the technique of covering space on the field that is particularly valuable to the offense. If an offense makes disproportionate use of deep throws, for example, then a poaching defender in the deep space can increase the difficulty of deep throw and force the offense to take shorter passes. The deep poach allows one-to-one defenders to take away the under aggressively in the knowledge that the deep poach will help if they get beaten deep. Similar tactics can be used with a poach in the open side lane, with other defenders aggressively covering the deep space, or a combination of a sustained under poach and a deep poach, which is often seen utilised against vertical stacks. Combating sustained poaching comes in two main styles. Either an offense continues to create options in the poached area by running through the space and drawing the poached player out of position, leaving the space free for a cut. Alternatively, the offense can look to use other areas of the field to work the disc up to the end zone.
Looks back to Mackenzie. Mackenzie just takes it one step forward and then jams it down.
When a team uses a sustained poach, it also requires other downfield defenders to switch off their mark and onto the poached player when they make a cut, which requires communication and field awareness. If the defense chooses not to do this when the poached player cuts away from the poach, they generate a large amount of separation and the space is left exposed.
Absolutely. Oh, what a pass. It's going to float. They're under it. Oh,
in the 2019 EUCF Final, Cuspler used sustained poaching against Clapham to take away both the deep and the under space at different parts of the game. Here you can see Justin Ford cut deep, only to see a deep poacher off screen and look visibly frustrated.
Here's another clip from the final, as Bruno Mine flash poaches and almost gets an interception on an undercut.
Check out the full analysis of the game in the 4-part series on the Felix Ultimate channel. Flex defense is the dynamic application of switching, sandwiching and other techniques involving teamwork. Okay, we'll save the rest of Flexican defense for part 5, which is the next video. If you want to see it immediately, then it's on Patreon right now for $1. Sustained poaching gets really interesting because you need teamwork to pull it off right. Okay, you can't just have a player poaching deep and then someone completely unmarked in the other team. Conversely, you can't have when someone cuts under them being marked by 2 people, because then the player is completely free to go deep. So for a sustained poach to work, the rest of the team need to react and reposition, pass their player off almost like a switch, right? It's kind of encouraged, starts developing as you play with sustained poach. However, the rules on when to switch, when the sustained poach should actually stay in that space, when they should get closer to people and stuff, kind of a bit fuzzy. You kind of make it up as you go along. Even though playing the strategy encourages you to use teamwork, a lot of it is kind of undefined. And what I'm really looking forward to with Flex is actually there being kind of some principles and some rules that all the players are following. Sustained poaching can be really effective because teams at the moment are very focused on particular areas of the field, especially at particular times in the stall count. So if you have a sustained poach just stopping the open unders for the first 4 or 5 seconds of the stall count, then that's going to mess up quite a lot of teams. Unless they can, punish you immediately with a cross-field hammer, or if they just dump and get the disc moving nice and quickly. A lot of teams will catch it, look downfield, look for that open underpass for the first 4 or 5 seconds, chuck a defender in there. It's like throwing a spanner in the works. The difficulty then comes because the rest of the players have to start using some teamwork to account for the fact that you've got a defender poaching in that space. So there's going to be a free player elsewhere on the field. You can't just focus on marking your person, because there might be that free player kind of attacking space that you can defend. Conversely, when you're marking your person, if they make an aggressive move towards the poach, that's not as big a threat, right? So it kind of changes the game for all the other defenders, mixes up the different spaces and how they're weighted in the defenders' minds. And it does it in quite an unpredictable way because, it's not like a full team defense. It's like one person doing something that then the rest of the team have to account for. And the thing I like about Flex, and I'm looking forward to in the Flex video, is that it's a full team defense set of principles. So everyone's abiding by the same principles, which means each defender isn't going to be surprised what their teammates are doing because they're all doing the same job. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video. $1 on Patreon for the Flexican defense part before it comes out on YouTube, and I'll see you again soon.